We're at the Underground Railroad Education Center.
Hi, my name is Paul Stewart, and I'm one of the directors at the Underground Railroad Education Center in Albany.
My name is Mary Liz Stewart. I am co-founder with Paul Stewart of Underground Railroad Education Center and currently executive director.
It's a fabulous opportunity. It's a living history project. You're here where people actually were on the Underground Railroad and stayed and passed through, and the people that were supporting them.
So we're learning storytelling and poetry. So basically people have the option to tell either a folk tale, a personal story of something that actually happened to them or their family, or to write and perform a poem, and just like all the public speaking skills that are associated with that.
You know, and then to have a site that actually is doing things to continue that type of work by working with the youth in the community. I'm so happy to be a part of it and to be able to share in the wealth.
There are two black activists who lived in the city of Albany in the 1830s, 40s, 50s, 60s. They had 4 children. They were very active in organizing newspapers, also active in providing food, clothing, shelter, and transportation assistance to people who were fleeing from enslavement.
We do a lot of connecting of that history with contemporary justice issues, and so we look for opportunities to create experiences that others might join in with us to investigate connections past to present.
We did some research around the story of the Underground Railroad here in Albany and found that by and large people weren't really thinking about what the actual history of the Underground Railroad in Albany was. They usually thought about bigger relationships of the Underground Railroad story. So we zeroed in on that and tried to learn what the story was here. And that's really the context out of which the Underground Railroad Education Center was born.
Young Abolitionist Leadership Institute, to me, is a very exciting initiative of Underground Railroad Education Center. It started back in 2008, but in order to make that happen, we teamed up with the City of Albany's Summer Youth Employment Program, which provided for teens to be able to be paid while working at different work sites in the city. So essentially, the Stephen and Harriet Myers residence and the surrounding properties became a work site. Being a work site was not enough. We very much wanted to share the as we call a new interpretation of a very old story, the old story being the Underground Railroad. We very much wanted to share that with our teens, use that information as an opportunity for empowering our teens to take pride in both their community's history and heritage, their communal history and heritage, and apply that new learning to contemporary justice issues, looking for points of connection past to present, and then also taking the opportunity to work together collaboratively to create what we've since called legacy projects, some sort of educational experience for people who would pass the way the teens had been once they departed.
Positive light on topics that we want people to know about. So for me, content creation would involve getting people to become more aware of the Underground Railroad Education Center. And how I translate that in my group is that I want everybody to find their own voice and their own interests. In some of the enrichment programs, we had the youth speaking and learning from some entrepreneurs, and they learned how to think like a boss.
Railroad Education Center is the best place your children can work for the summer. They learn more than just how to work. They learn to be empowered to be great. We love you.